Hey guys, how are you today? It's Jose Fernandez here with StudyR.E.I.com. And today I just wanted to make a quick video to show you guys the 4 different levels of real estate investing. See, when I first got started and I learned about this information, it really helped me to get an idea on which strategies I needed to concentrate on, because it doesn't matter what you do for a living, how much time you have, how much money you have, all those different factors, right? There are different strategies that you can implement, and real estate is for everyone. So if you really have not a lot of time, but you do have money, then certain strategies are going to work better for you. So for the flip side, if you don't have a lot of money and you have a lot of time, then you can concentrate on different strategies for real estate investing. So the point is that it doesn't matter what you're looking to do in real estate. There is an opening available for you, whether you have money, whether you don't have money, whether you have time, whether you don't have time, and everything in between. So every real estate is for everyone, and we're going to show you here real quick. Okay, so today's video, I'm going to call it the 4 levels of real estate investing. Okay, and really what it comes down to is this, guys. So we're going to label these into 2 different sections. Okay, number 1 is going to be time. The other one is going to be money. All right, let's go all the way over here. Time and money. So whether you have a lot of time or you have a lot of money, you have still the ability to do some real estate. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw these triangles here. So I guess my text isn't working, so I'm just going to freehand it here. So just apologize in hand for my handwriting. Okay, so here is going to be time, and over here it's going to be money. See, that money sign happened by accident. All right, so don't get discouraged if you think there's going to need a lot of money to get started, right? So no. So here we're going to draw. Whoops. We're going to draw 2 triangles here. Okay. Number 1 is going to illustrate the time. All right. And the other one is money. Okay. So it doesn't, like I mentioned, it doesn't matter where you're getting started. You can start. There's a place for you in real estate investing, no matter what you're looking to do. It's just about implementing the right strategy that's going to give you the returns that you're looking for. Okay. So on the time side, most people that I run into, they want to start doing deals. They're working full time. They might not even have a job, or they're just starting to get into real estate, and they want to go with. They rather spend a lot of time working and little money in their business, because they want, this is the high risk high reward kind of thing, right? So there's something new, so people don't want to invest a lot of money in to see how things work. Or the flip side is you might not have a lot of money. So one of the strategies that we call here, when you have a lot of time and a lot of money, is wholesaling, right? Wholesaling. Now wholesaling doesn't require for you to have a lot of money, anywhere between, I would say, $500 to $1,000 a month, and this money is being spent on marketing. All right, so you're spending money on marketing, anywhere between $500 and $1,000 a month on your marketing for real estate investment properties all across your market, right? So the yield, what you're going to get in return for each particular deal is, every deal typically runs anywhere on average, okay, so on average anywhere from 5,000 to 10K plus. Okay, now there are circumstances where people have, well, I know several people that have made a lot more than $10,000 and less than $5,000. So let's just keep things on average and say a wholesale transaction can pay you anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. Okay, and it doesn't really require that much time to get into it. I mean, it doesn't require that much money to get into it. It requires a whole lot of time. All right, so the most time-consuming part of real estate investors is finding those deals. So if you can get really, really good at finding those deals and making those win-win situations for everybody, you'll have an opportunity to make some money. All right. So and it doesn't get a lot of money to get into it. So if you're interested in learning about wholesaling, that's one way to get started. Number two is, you guys see it all the time on TV, right? And we call this fix and flip, fixing and flipping properties. Now, you're going to need here to you're going to need to have some money to get started with fixing and flipping. Okay, depending on your market, you're going to need anywhere. For example, in my market, you're going to need anywhere between $150,000 to $200,000 for a fix and flip property. Okay, in certain markets. Now, the flip side to this is you make more money, right? Now you all watch HGTV and see people making those six-figure checks, right? But on average, you're making anywhere between 20K all the way up to between 40 and 50K per project. Okay. Now obviously there are those killer deals that you're gonna be able to potentially make those six figures on, but those don't come around every single week or every month. Now, the reality is you're making anywhere between 20, 40, 50, $60,000 per real estate transaction for fix and flip. All right, so it's not a bad way to invest your money. Number three, and also it takes a little bit more time. All right, it doesn't take as much time as wholesaling, but it takes a lot of time because you have to be on site, managing everything, things like that. Now, when we go down on the times triangle, right, now you go into buy and hold. Now this here is where you start becoming, this here is right here, buy and hold, and over here is lending. It's really when you start becoming, you start getting that passive income, and you jump from having a high paying job to becoming wealthy. All right, so buy and hold, obviously you're going to need a lot more money, right? You don't need a lot of time, right, to be able to manage it, right? So you don't have to be in the house all the time, right? When things go wrong, to collect rent, things like that, and you're making money. So anywhere between $200, right, to 1,000K plus, right, to 1K plus per month per rental. So right now you start building your long-term wealth here. All right, so up here on the top two, I call these short-term strategies. The bottom portion, the bottom half portion of the triangles, I call them long-term strategies. Right, long-term, short-term, and long-term. Now I don't know what happened here, but let's try to fix that here real quick. All right, short-term and long-term strategies. Now, all the way at the bottom, right? All the way at the bottom, you're going to become a lender. All right, private money lender, hard money lender, whatever it is that you want to decide to do. All right, but you're going to be lending money. You're going to be lending money for your transactions. All right, so you're going to need to have a lot of money, right? If you want to consistently be lending it out and making that passive income. All right, so here you're going to be getting anywhere between 8% all the way over to about 15% plus. All right. All right, so it doesn't matter where you are in this cycle. There is a place for you anywhere. So you can get started with little to no money out of pocket. Literally, anything from $500 to $1,000. You can start using that money to market your business and get into wholesaling. Once you get good at finding those properties, you'll be able to just go ahead and sell those properties anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 profit. Fixing and flipping, everybody, we're all aware of what that is. Fixing and flipping properties, you need a little bit more money. You also need to spend a lot of time, but your returns are a little bit better, right? Anywhere between 20 all the way up to 40, 50, 60,000, and even those six-figure checks that are going to be coming in for those fix and flip projects. Now then we switch over to long-term wealth. Okay, see, buy and hold strategies, Real estate investors that are not concentrating on that buy and hold strategy and money lending, typically buy and hold, they're not really building long-term wealth. You build wealth and passive income by holding on to some of those properties, okay? Those fix and flip deals are great. They make you a quick burst of money, but then you always have to be finding those next deals and finding those next projects to make the money. So if you build a nice portfolio of 10, 15, 20 and up houses, now you have all those people paying you rent and you have cash flowing properties. So you'll be living off that passive income, which is the ultimate goal as a real estate investor, right? And also the lending, private money lending, hard money lending, you're going to need a lot more money, and you'll be making anywhere between 8 to 15% and up and on different transactions. Okay, so also with these triangles, there's a risk level involved. When you're wholesaling, there's really not that much risk involved here. Okay, so you're just finding a property, selling it off to somebody else. There's really not that much risk involved for you here. Number two, fixing and flipping. Now your risk level starts to increase as well, right? So now you're getting, you have contractors, you have people can potentially get injured, you have liability, something can happen to the house, you can lose money. So the more that you get down the triangles, right, the riskier it becomes, right? So holding property, now you got to worry about the market, the long-term market prices are appreciating, depreciating, all those things come into play. And obviously, as a lender, if you make one bad deal, right, there goes a lot of your money. So this is where it starts getting tricky, and this is where education really starts to pay off, because as you're going down the triangles here, you're going to start running into higher risk and higher rewards. So make sure that you're properly educated, well informed before making any of these transactions and work for you. All right, guys. So I hope this was able to put some perspective into where you want to get started with real estate investing. When I first got into real estate, this really helped me to focus and narrow down where I was in my business. Okay, so again, I hope this was helpful to you. If you like this video, share it with somebody that can use it. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my email list, and keep an eye out for the other videos that we're going to be putting up. All right, guys, talk to you later.